Hi, I'm Dave Monty with RE/MAX and welcome to my video series, Everything Villages. Today's topic is near and dear to my heart. As a real estate agent, I'm constantly traveling throughout the villages, and maybe once or twice a day, I'm in a near miss in a traffic circle. The goal of today's video is to demystify the traffic circle, explain the navigational rules, as well as give you some additional safety tips on how to avoid accidents inside of a traffic circle. Before I get started, I'd like to thank Sumter County Sheriff's Office for meeting with me to discuss the rules to make sure that I got them right, as well as they gave me some other fantastic safety ideas on how to avoid accidents in a traffic circle. Before I get to the navigational rules, there is a rule of thumb that I'd like to adhere to throughout the villages, and that is be defensive. I assume that the people around me don't know the rules as well as they should, or are not as familiar with the different traffic patterns that we have here in the villages, and that's understandable. We got people who visit their families, we've got renters who come in once a year, and you know this by talking to people at parties. When you start talking about specifically the traffic circle, everyone has a different opinion on how they work. And I heard my cousin was stopped 3 months ago, and they heard from so-and-so that they got a ticket for doing it this way and that way. Well, let me clear it up. I did talk to the Sheriff's Office, and so what I'm going to explain to you today are the rules. So let's get to the navigational rules. Everything you need to know is on that complicated sign when you first are approaching a traffic circle. When I first saw it, I was kind of scratching my head as well. I said, what exactly does this mean? Well, if you treat the traffic circle like any other intersection, because that's all it is an intersection, then it becomes very simple. This complicated sign simply is this. And what it means is be in the right lane when you're entering the traffic circle based on where you ultimately want to end up. If I'm in any other intersection, I want to turn right, obviously I'm going to be in the right-hand lane. If I want to turn left, I need to be in the left-hand lane. If I need to go straight, I can be in either lane. Same thing in a traffic circle. Right lane to go right, left hand to go left, and straight you can be in either one of them. So let's talk about some of the common mistakes that you make, and really it's just the two major mistakes are not adhering to that one simple rule. So let's talk about the most common one. The most common one is, and I believe this stems from the fact that people don't like being on the inside lane, so they utilize the outside lane for no matter where they would want to go. And then obviously the biggest mistake is trying to make a left-hand turn from the right-hand lane. So this car is in the left-hand lane, and by right, they want to be able to go straight. So they're going to come in and they're going to start going straight. This one comes in behind them, and as this one goes to exit straight, which is their right of way, this one's making the mistake of trying to make a left-hand turn from a right-hand lane. So they're ultimately going to try to get out, exit down there, and they cross the line and cause an accident. The second most common mistake that you see is just the opposite. It is someone trying to make a right-hand turn from the left-hand lane. So the car in the right-hand lane right now has the ability to go straight, and the car in the left-hand lane is going to make the mistake. So this car decides to go straight. This one comes into the inside lane, makes an immediate right-hand turn, and causes an accident. The third most common mistake comes from not yielding when you go into a traffic circle. There are yield signs when you're entering a traffic circle, and yield doesn't mean speed up and try to beat the traffic inside the traffic circle. Yield means give up your right of way for traffic that's already inside the traffic circle. And this is the one that I actually experienced quite a bit, is someone from down here, say this is you, wanting to go straight through the traffic circle. Someone says, okay, they're on the inside and I'm going to exercise my right and go straight, but what they don't do is they're not yielding to the traffic. So their intention is to go straight, their intention is to go straight, and they cut them off and cause an accident. So this stems from not yielding to the traffic that's already inside the traffic circle. A couple more safety recommendations that I got from the Sheriff's Office, which I thought were fantastic, was number one was to use your turn signals inside the traffic circle. They implemented that department-wide, and what they found is their near misses and accidents actually went way down. How you would do that is, say I'm coming in from right here, and I pass this, and I want to ultimately exit here. As soon as I pass this road, I put my turn signal on to take a right-hand turn. If I ultimately would like to make a left-hand turn, again, I have to be in the left-hand lane as I come in, and as I'm approaching this one, I keep my left-hand blinker on. As I go past this road, I turn my right-hand blinker on. Okay, so utilize your turn signals, indicate to other people your intentions inside the traffic circle, and that should help reduce the amount of near misses that you have. The last tip, which I thought is fantastic, it's one that I think a lot of us do instinctually, is stagger. In other words, do not be parallel to somebody in the traffic circle. If I see someone coming in here and my ultimate goal is to go straight, even though I have the right of way to exit, I typically will stagger behind them just to avoid that accident. So if you're side by side, it can create a dangerous situation for the inside person trying to get out. If I stagger one way or the other, then it gives a lot more margin of error for people to not hit each other. Okay, so in recap, number one, treat it like any other intersection. Utilize the proper lane. Right to go right, left to go left, and either lane to go straight. Yield to traffic already in the traffic circle. And a couple of safety tips, 3 safety tips: be defensive, stagger, don't be parallel to somebody within the traffic circle, and then utilize your turn signal within the traffic circle. Again, I'd like to thank the Sumter County Sheriff's Office for helping me with the content of this video. I've put a link in the description of this video below. It will bring you to their website and a little video that they have with much better graphics than what I have here, which will reinforce some of the things that we taught today. Hopefully this has been an informative video. Again, I'm Dave Monty with RE/MAX. This is my video series, Everything Villages, and I hope you have a great day. Ta-da!